Think about the hip you're sleeping on right now. Seriously, reach down and touch that outer hip bone. If it feels tender, like a deep, dull toothache in your joint, pay attention. You've been told that hip pain after 40 is just wear and tear. You've been told it's inevitable. It's not. Most guys think they're resting their joints at night. They aren't. They are spending 8 hours in a position that is quietly crushing and twisting their tendons. You don't have a bad hip. You have a mechanical positioning problem that is starving your tissue of oxygen. Today, I'm going to show you the 4 nighttime traps destroying your hips and the exact boring corrections to fix them before you go to bed tonight. Let's get to work. The first reason your hip is failing has nothing to do with your top leg. It's the bottom hip crush trap. Most men focus entirely on the leg they're moving, but the hip you are lying directly on bears 60 to 70% of your total body weight. Think of placing a soft cushion between 2 bowling balls while resting the bottom bowling ball directly on a concrete floor. The crush force at that floor contact point remains severe no matter how much padding you have between your knees. This creates focal tissue ischemia. You are literally squeezing the blood flow out of the joint for 8 hours straight. This is why you wake up at 3 a.m. with a hip that feels bruised and burning. The fix: you need to build a hip pressure trough. Instead of lying flat on the mattress, place a thin pillow directly above the hip bone, under your waist, and another thin pillow below the hip, under your upper thigh. This creates a small, pressure-free bridge zone directly beneath the bony point of your hip. 1 down, 3 to go. Next is the wringing out the towel phenomenon. This happens the moment you let your top knee slide forward onto the mattress in a scissor position. It feels comfortable, but it's a mechanical disaster that twists the gluteal tendon and IT band. Imagine wringing out a wet bath towel. Twisting the ends in opposite directions squeezes out every drop of moisture and locks the fibers in a stranglehold. That is exactly what you are doing to your hip tendons all night long. You are wringing them dry under continuous mechanical torque, which prevents them from recovering while you sleep. The fix: use the parallel leg bridge setup. A standard thin pillow between the knees isn't enough if your foot drops forward. You need a long body pillow, or 2 stacked pillows, that supports both the knee and the ankle at the exact same height. This keeps your top leg perfectly parallel to the bed and prevents the pelvic twist. 2 down, 2 to go. The third reason you wake up stiff is the tendon nutcracker effect. Most people think tendons only get hurt by being pulled, but they actually hate being squashed. When you lie flat on your side, your top leg pinches the gluteal tendon directly against the bony point of your hip. It's like a garden hose bent tightly over the sharp corner of a brick wall. The outside of the hose stretches, but the inside gets crushed against the sharp brick, cutting off the water flow of blood and oxygen to the tendon. This is why your outer hip feels like brittle glass the moment you take your first steps in the morning. The fix: shift your alignment to a 30-degree semi-supine tilt. Stop sleeping at a flat 90-degree angle to the mattress. Place a wedge pillow or a firm body pillow behind your back and lean back onto it slightly. This moves the weight off the bony point and onto the fleshy part of your glutes, unkinking the garden hose. 3 down, 1 to go. The final mistake is the one you probably do right before bed. It's the figure 4 trap. When your hip throbs, you instinctively do a pigeon stretch or pull your knee across your chest to loosen it up. You think you're helping, but you're actually making it worse. Stretching an irritated tendon does not release it, it pulls the inflamed tissue even tighter around the bone. It's like pulling a frayed guitar string tighter across the bridge. It doesn't relieve tension, it increases friction and hastens the snap against the hard metal edge. By stretching before bed, you are aggravating micro tears and increasing inflammation right before you lie down on it. The fix: eliminate static glute stretching entirely. Replace it with standing isometric wall presses. Stand side onto a wall and gently push the outside of your knee into the wall for 20 to 30 seconds without moving your body. This builds tendon load tolerance without the crushing stretch. Let's recap the protocol. First, stop the bottom hip crush by using a pillow trough to create a bridge for the underneath joint. Second, fix the wringing towel effect by using a long pillow to keep your knee and ankle parallel. Third, end the nutcracker effect by tilting back 30 degrees to take the weight off the bone. Fourth, avoid the figure 4 trap by swapping stretches for isometric wall presses. Your hips aren't aging out. They are being mechanically sabotaged by 8 hours of bad habits. Most men wait until they need a surgical intervention to take their sleep position seriously. Don't be that guy. Pick one of these corrections, start with the 30-degree tilt or the parallel leg bridge, and try it tonight. You'll be surprised how much better that first step out of bed feels when your tendons aren't spending the night in a nutcracker. Stop resting your way into pain and start fixing your mechanics. Comment hip if you had no idea the bottom hip was bearing 70% of the weight, and tell me which hip you usually sleep on. I'll see you in the next one.